Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, we're tracking the spring weather around New Zealand, although some are saying it feels like winter. And we're also tracking Typhoon Jebi, which is about to make landfall in Japan and is a very serious storm. In fact, it is the most powerful storm so far of 2018. So let's start with New Zealand. And I've got to tell you, this setup we've got right now is going to be with us right through this week and right through the coming weekend, so get used to it. This is how it looks. We've got low pressure to the northeast, high pressure to the southwest, a squash zone in the middle, and that is producing these brisk southeasterly winds. Now, there's a positive and a negative. The positive is that this wind flow makes for quite sunny, dry weather in many of the populated places like Auckland and Hamilton, down towards Taranaki even. And in the South Island, you've got all that high pressure. So same story, lots of sunny, dry weather about to come in. It might still be a little bit cloudy for some for Tuesday. But the negative is that that southeasterly wind is kind of cold, and the low up here will keep the showers coming. So if you live around Gisborne and Hawke's Bay and Wairarapa, you've got a bit of rain coming in, and it's going to be off and on, patchy rain and showers for the next 6 days or so, and you've got the southeasterly winds with them, which aren't overly warm. So the rainfall totals will be patchy, off and on, but it's sort of around that 20 to 50 millimetre mark, I guess, over the next 24 hours. So there's a fair bit of rain for some areas, but again, the yellow, green and blue colours, and that's what you see in the South Island, that's just the first few ones there. That's only 2 to 10 millimetres, so just a couple of showers for those areas. Snowfall wise, this is the snow accumulation map for the next 3 days, and again it just shows you that rain turning to snow around the desert road, around Central Plateau, and then again around the Kaikoura Ranges. Apart from that, most other places aren't looking too bad. So this is how it looks for lunchtime Wednesday. You can see that area of low pressure. It's not much of a low, but it is deepening, and down here you've got a high pressure system. So the squash zone is between the two, windy southeasterlies. Wettest weather will be around Hawke's Bay and coastal parts of Wairarapa, and there might be just a remaining shower or two around Kaikoura. By Thursday, that low out to the east is deepening quite quickly now. The high also pushing south of it, so that squash zone continues on, and therefore more showers along the eastern side, still cold, and still a few snow flurries around the desert road, or at least around the mountains there. And then we get to the end of the working week, and the low up here has got a new friend off to the east. So you've got a lot of energy coming in still from that southeasterly angle, high pressure still sitting out to the South Island. Now to the weekend, no change. Saturday still looks the same. Southeasterly's blowing, that low's getting really big out to the east, but the high is holding on over the South Island. So not much change in both islands for the next few days, and then we end on Sunday, and again, no change. But there is one slight change. The low itself is probably at its biggest, so by the time we get to Monday next week, finally that should move away, and there is a high trying to come in for next week. So there's still a fair bit of dry weather coming in around the country. Now let's head directly north. We're going to go to the northern hemisphere. Typhoon Jebi. Now this is a major storm, the biggest one so far of 2018. Now that it's tracking northwards, getting very close to Japan this afternoon and tonight. It's likely to make landfall tonight and overnight into Wednesday. It will be weakening because it's heading northwards into cooler waters, just like cyclones do in New Zealand as they head towards us. They weaken. So this is weakening, but it is still a very serious storm. And the tracking for it over the next couple of days, it is heading right through the middle part near Hiroshima, and also it'll be west of Tokyo. That's the positive, but there is still likely to be a lot of rain around Tokyo, which isn't shown on our map, but it's over here on the eastern side. A lot of rain coming in and a lot of wind. So our thoughts with everyone in Japan for the next 24 hours or so as that big storm comes through for you. That is all from me. We'll catch you again on Wednesday with the latest around New Zealand and Australia.